Hi, my name is Francois and I am a super teacher. In this week's episode, I'm going to give you 5 tips to write that perfect resume or CV. At the end of this episode, I'm going to announce the winner of our giveaway of the I Teach t-shirt, and I'll also explain how you can get your hands on one of these t-shirts. Let's educate. It's that time of the year again. Final year students are getting ready to submit their resumes to schools to land their dream jobs. Or maybe you are a teacher that's looking to make a move to another school and you'd like to start in the new academic year. In order to be appointed at that school of your dreams, you need a resume that is superb. Many people make the mistake of writing a generic resume using a generic template and think that their resume is going to be better than other people's. This is probably the biggest mistake you can make. Before writing your resume, put yourselves in the shoes of the principal that is going to read your resume. Remember that the principal receives a lot of resumes from many people, and that they even keep resumes from previous years, and that your resume is going to be a part of that pile. Now, if you want to ensure that your resume is the one that's being read, it has to stand out from the crowd. Your resume has to be unique. That is much easier said than done. You also need to keep in mind that your resume isn't the first resume that the principal is seeing. They have got a lot of experience in judging a resume. Typically, they would make up their minds in less than 15 seconds whether your resume is worth reading or not. This gives you a very limited window to impress the principal. Here are 5 tips to assist you in writing that perfect resume that's going to land you your dream job. Tip number 1, less is more. If you can't say it in less than 1 page, then it's not worth saying. Imagine a principal sitting with a pile of resumes on their desk, having to work through each and every single one. If your resume is this thick and they have to work through every single page, you are already creating a negative vibe around your resume. Keep it as short and simple as possible. Try and reduce everything that you are to 1 page. Now, you might argue that it's very difficult for somebody as awesome as you to try and be reduced to 1 page. This is a very good exercise to ensure that you don't include unnecessary information in your resume. Limit yourself to only 1 piece of A4 paper. This would require that you change your ideas of the conventional way of writing a resume. A piece of A4 paper has got more dimensions than just writing horizontally. If you'd like to see an example of such a reduced resume, you're welcome to send me an email to the email address in the description of this video, and I'll send you an example of such a reduced resume. Tip number 2, be truthful. Your reputation is everything. A principal would be less likely to appoint somebody that they suspect of fabricating the truth than employing somebody that is truthful and modest in their CV. It has almost become normal practice for people to lie on their resumes. So many principals are very skeptical about the resumes that they receive. They would much rather assume that the person is lying and that they have to prove themselves innocent than the other way around. Do not fall for this trap. Many experienced principals would be able to tell a lie when they see it in a CV. Tip number 3, do not spray and pray. This is also known as the shotgun method. Many people do this. They would write a generic CV with a generic cover letter and send that out to as many schools as possible and just hope and pray that some principal somewhere would call them back. Hope is not a strategy. Remember that every single school is unique. So you have to ensure that your resume is uniquely crafted to fit that specific school. Do not send out generic cover letters. Every single resume that you design should be targeted to an individual school. It would be much better for you to target 3 or 4 schools that you really would be interested in working at and do your research. Investigate what the school is about and cater your resume specifically to that school. Tip number 4, do not be one-dimensional. Include a section in your resume on hobbies and interests you might have, but ensure that these hobbies and interests are translatable to the workplace. In my resumes, I always included a section on where I tell the principal how I would be a perfect fit for their school. I would say that even though I've got a good academic background and that I enjoy teaching in the classroom, that I also enjoy doing extramural activities. In the resume, I would mention that I have experience writing plays, directing plays, and even acting in plays. So this would translate very well into the culture side of a school's extracurricular activities. I also participated in many sports, so I would be able to manage a sport team or even coach some of the sport teams. In this way, I would convince the principal that I'd be an asset for that school because I could be employed into multiple facets of school life and not only in the classroom. This would give me an advantage above other teachers that do not have experience in extracurricular activities. Tip number 5. Build a portfolio of evidence. Your reduced resume would most likely not be enough to set you that far apart from the other resumes. What you can do is keep a record of everything that you have done as a teacher or then as a student teacher. It is much better to show the principal what you are capable of than just having them read that on a piece of paper. Just imagine how impressed the principal could be when you show them a 3 to 5 minute video of what you are capable of. Video footage of where you are actually teaching, of where you are addressing the principal directly. In my experience, people would rather spend 5 minutes looking at a video than using the same time to reading a document. So use this to your advantage. For those of you who would like to see an example of such a video, you're also welcome to email me because we can assist you in such a process. So this was 5 quick tips on how you can ensure that your resume stands out above the others. So the question for this week, what tips do you have for other teachers to write that perfect resume? Tell us in the comment section down below. Now it is time to give away one of these I Teach t-shirts to one lucky subscriber. If you watched the previous video and you've subscribed to this channel and left a comment on that previous video, you could be in the running for winning this t-shirt. And the winner is, congratulations to Henrietta Nzwaki for winning the I Teach t-shirt. Please send an email to the email address in the description below so that you can claim your prize. So to the rest of you that would like to order one of these t-shirts, also send me an email to the email in the description down below so that we can discuss the details of how you could get this t-shirt. So if you enjoyed this episode, give it a like and remember to subscribe to this channel if you would like to see all super teachers unite under one banner so that we can make a difference in the classroom. Until next time, I am Francois and I am a super teacher.